And gentlemen, we are here in the at the Flyers field, match between NL Eagles and NL Tigers. The news from the center is that NL Eagles have chosen to bat first and won the toss. Obviously, the openers Adil Ilyas and Abu Bakr are getting ready, taking guard, and on my right are the Tigers warming up for their fielding session. Joining me in the commentary box is Bilal Awan for the next little while. And here you go, sir. Good evening. How are
Good
you
evening.
doing?
Thank you very much, Abdullah. How are you doing?
I am doing good. Any expectations on who's going to win tonight?
Right now, one thing is for sure that rain is not going to win. That will be either Tigers or Eagles. So we have the news, which was muted in the previous session, that Eagles have won the toss and they will be batting first. Did you notice some of the changes in Tigers? Not changes, but some of the players missed out because of the work. It's a weekday game, so I'm not seeing all full quorum faces. We have the big name Manik, then we have Neil, the skipper, then we have Rifat. So yes, we have Mahi, Rahi. So their bowling attack would be almost the same. Some of their players are resting. So let's see how it goes. Do we have a final list of players from NL Tigers?
I guess we had the word from the skippers before the toss.
Okay.
The final playing 11 has been decided. The match will begin shortly with Abu Bakr and Adil Ilyas from NL Eagles starting off. And again, for all the viewers who have just joined us, I have Tigers on my right warming up for their fielding session. We've got umpires in the middle. We will begin the proceedings shortly, and till then, we'll have a short break. Indranil bowling from the RCAF road end to Adil Elias. The first run coming off the bat. Quick single, and Abu Bakr facing with Indranil steaming in from the RCAF road end. With me in the commentary box, I have Mr. Bilal Awan. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, Abdullah. How are you doing? It's getting a little chilly here, so that I have already given you. So we have second ball bowled by Indranil to Abu Bakr. First was not a wide, it was beaten. It was third ball actually. Abu Bakr will face his second ball. Neil comes in again, streaming in. He bowls. It's short pitch delivery, played short leg. No run on that delivery. So we have match officials for the umpiring is Tendai. He belongs to Zimbabwe, but it's been a long time he's here. The next ball comes in, and that is smashed towards mid-off. The ball is dying onto the grass. Just one run added. The second umpire we have is Chris. He's from England, recently moved to St. John's.
He's officiating in his second match, and he had good feedback of him for his umpiring in the first match that he officiated. Indranil coming in, Adil playing, tries to pull the ball but straight into the hands of the fielder. Never looked comfortable over there.
That completes the first over. That was a nice, pretty start from NL Tigers. Do not concede any extras or...
That has been the forte of Indranil. He has always bowled a disciplined first over. He's had a odd, expensive over here and there, but he's been pretty disciplined. And when it comes to bowling, leading the attack for his team.
That's right. So the second over will be bowled by Mahi Alam Chaudhry. It's a new addition. It's a new addition to NL Tigers. Rahi will be starting his over from SPC end, and Abu Bakr will be facing.
Usually, Eagles have had a habit of sending an aggressor and an anchor, but this time around they have decided to go with the aggressive approach. Have both the openers who like to hit the long ball. Adil Elias obviously being the experienced one, and Abu Bakr playing his second season. They both have the reputation of being aggressors. A little change in the field anticipated.
Rahi coming in, bowls his first ball, and that was not beaten. That is a wide ball towards the offside.
You have to control the extras early on in the innings if you have to put pressure on the batting side. And especially when you have someone who is a reputable hitter, you have to have good line and length.
Now this was beaten, and that was a nice ball bowled by Rahi.
Big appeal by the fielding side, but the umpire wasn't convinced. I think even the fielding side wasn't convinced, but it's pressure tactics.
Yeah, they're not trying to miss out any chances. He bowls, and that is an edgy one. It comes to Arif on third man, but that was good fielding overall, except that fell short of him.
It fell in between three fielders, actually.
Three fielders, yes. What I'm noticing, Abdullah, that things are improving day by day for our summer league. Starting from the winter league, we have improved for the game watching. At least we have the cameras, and now we are sitting very closer to the wicket area. That gives a clear vision. He comes in again, and that was a short miss delivery, completely missed by Adil Ilyas.
That has been the message from the dugout of Eagles, to go for it, to put pressure on the bowling side in the power play. But so far, decent bowling by the Tigers, led by the captain Indranil, and second over being bowled by Mahe Alam, streaming in from the SPC and to Adil Ilyas. And that's tried to bowl a fuller delivery, but missed his line completely, and it went down the leg side for a wide ball.
As the skipper of Eagles set their target in their mind of 170-80, that was a nice shot played by Adil, but right in the hands of the fielder towards the cover area, and the direct hit was thrown by the fielder, that is, I guess, Rifat, but Abu Bakr was well home.
Interesting field set by the Tigers. They know these two players have the capability of hitting down the ground, but they are anticipating, I think, edges, because they got a slip in and they got a third man.
And there was a half chance when it edged towards the third man. So the plan is partially working. Let's see how it goes. The second over is still going on. That was a complete beat, and that is Adil Ilyas himself.
Beaten by pace.
Beaten by pace.
At the end of the second over, it's 6 for no loss.
It's actually 7 for no loss. Okay.
Scorer added a single of the last delivery.
And that is incorrect. We'll get that fixed. Neil comes in from RCF Road, and that was beaten outside of the off stump. Tendai is trying to give some air to his arms, but it's not given as wide. So the score will be 7 for none after 2.1 overs. There was a little mistake in scoring, which they've been compensated. Neil comes in again, bowls the short delivery, and that's been hit towards mid-on. A little fumble, but no run added.
Indranil to Abu Bakr. And tries to hit a long ball, and that's been smashed out of the ground. That's what's been expected of Abu Bakr, and he delivers. A short delivery ball by the skipper, and Abu Bakr was ready for it, and he smashes one over long on.
It was a beautiful shot played, and Neil is feeling a little stressed out because of this one shot, because he's a bowler of discipline. So one shot, he feels stressed. He bowls in again, and that is beaten. He is completely beaten, Abu Bakr.
Good comeback by the skipper.
That's right. What I noticed about Abu Bakr, I used to bowl him in the nets. So whatever comes in his swing, like day before we saw Talha Riaz from NSK, that goes to the boundary. And his swing of the bat, he's muscular, and it goes to the 6. And let's see what happens here. And that's been played square leg, and that goes to the boundary for 4. Another 4 runs added.
So Abu Bakr, couple of short deliveries, and it was as if he was expecting those. And he smashes one for a 6 over long on, and then pulls one over mid-wicket region for a 4.
It's getting chilly, Abdullah, here.
It is indeed. And he
that
hits another one. Is that in the air? And it's taken.
It's been taken nicely on a second attempt by Asad Ghalib, if I'm correct. That is the end of Abu Bakr in the 3rd over, 17 for 1.
There was a little fumble, but a good grab in the end by the fielder at the mid-off region. And as Abu Bakr was looking comfortable and he looked to free his arms, Indranil strikes.
That was an unnecessary shot. When you already got 10 runs of 2 deliveries, there was no need of freeing your arms again on the 3rd consecutive delivery, because the bowlers are also using their brains. So this is the end of over number 3. Neil has given a breakthrough to Tigers. So to the end of the over, score, if it is updated, it is 17 for 1 after 3 overs.
There you go.
Rahi will continue from SPCN. The next man comes in is Haroon. This boy, Haroon Saifi, recently came from Afghanistan, and you know the craze that is found for cricket in Afghanistan. Adil is facing first delivery of this over, and that was played towards cover. Rahi is bowling very carefully, not giving any widths except a wide last over.
Mahi Alam coming in from the SPCA end to Adil Ilyas, and Adil Ilyas plays carefully, pushed down the ground straight into the hands of the fielder. It's a cautious approach. He obviously realizes that Eagles have lost a wicket early on in the innings. So he's being cautious. He knows that if he stays onto the crease for 20 odd deliveries, once he's set, he can play the role that Ranveer Rana played yesterday. Not so comfortable in the beginning, but that's edged. And just a single straight to Arif. So as I was saying, that the role that Ranveer Rana played yesterday, that he was pretty uncomfortable in the beginning, but he made sure he stayed in the middle. And after 30 odd deliveries, he freed his arms. I think that's what would be expected from Adil as well.
Yes, Abdullah, he took, Ranveer Rana took his sweet time to settle down, and there were some chances as well given by the opponents. So when he was seeing the ball like a football, then he did not stop and ended up with 95 runs. So Rahi comes in again, bowls to Haroon. He misses it completely. There is a big shout for caught behind. That is not given out by Chris. NL Tigers is famous for roaring in the field and upsetting the batters. They do their job, not with the ball only, but with their shouts as well. And that is played nicely towards mid-on, and that's one bounce towards the fielder. Nice fielding, no runs added.
So, Bilal Bhai, the approach from Eagles is pretty obvious, isn't it? Go and hit. Because for them to be sending Haroon one down, for someone who balls in the lower middle, bats, I beg your pardon, in the lower middle order, if he's been promoted up the order, the message is loud and clear. Go aggressive.
That's right, Abdullah.
But kudos to Tigers. They've been pretty disciplined so far. They've been able to keep the Eagles quiet. At the end of the fourth over, Eagles are 19 for 1.
And more than half of the power play is gone, and just 19 runs added. So that means this session is belonging to NL Tigers. Even though they have the Eagles, they have their depth in the batting line. It's a long batting line with different capabilities of the batters. But when it comes to the toppling down of 1 or 2 wickets, then they don't look back. So now there's a bowling change. Neil is not continuing, but Arif is. This bowler is known for his slingy action, like Malinga, but has some serious pace. What I noticed, it is not that bouncy, but it's skittish through the wicket. Let's see how he goes. First ball coming in. Arif to Haroon. Well, first ball, and that seems to be a white, and I freeze his arm, and that is a white ball. Goes to 20s, 24-1. We can see somebody padded up. His next man in can be Rahil Zaman.
Eagles would want this pair to stay in the middle for as long as they can. And getting a bit windier. It wasn't as windy when we first started the innings, but it's getting windier, so the bowlers might get a little help. And that's a big hit.
That's a big six. Almost onto the road. And that is a big six by Haroon. As I told that these Afghani guys, they can play really well, whether that is with the ball like Rashid Khan or with the bat like Haroon Saifi. He has played a nice shot for a 6 straight to the RCF end.
RF to Haroon, and he hits a powerful shot down at long off, but good fielding in the end by Indranil and restricting Eagles to a single. So that has been the key for the batters on this wicket so far in the season, that if you want to score quick, you got to hit sixes. Slow outfield hasn't been easy to hit, and that's a big appeal by Arif, and it's been given.
And that is Adil Ilyas. We heard the sound of the neck, and that is obviously caught behind. So first over of Arif, and a successful one. Right away. NL Eagles are 2 down for 27 in 4.2 overs. And that is, next man coming in is Rahil Zaman. Not having a great start for the season in last 2 games. One is F40. That was the last game, in fact.
Experienced campaigner Rahil comes into the middle when his team needs him the most. Both the openers gone back before the end of power play, and Rahil comes in. So Eagles would want their
Rahil is taking his guard for the leg stump. Tigers are on the top right now in the game. Once again, Eagles with their typical start. Arif comes in again. He bowls a good Good length delivery, tucked in by Rahil Zaman. No runs added. Now the fielding seems to be an aggressive one. All the field placements are inside the circle, but they are 3-4 yards really inside the circle to put some pressure on the batsman, the new one. Arif comes in again, takes last steps, bowls in, and that's a short pitch delivery. Seems to be a wide, and that is given wide. It was a similar delivery on which to the one Adil was got behind. And Rahil tried his best to touch some bat to the ball, but it was given wide. It was out of his range.
Arif comes in to bowl to Rahil Zaman, and another good delivery. After a shaky start of the over, Arif has made a good comeback. He's gotten the big wicket of Adil Ilyas and has kept Rahil Zaman quiet so far. And he will be bowling the last delivery of the 5th over. And steaming in from the RCAF road end. That's edged and edged towards third man for an easy single. At the end of the 5th over, Eagles are 29 for 2, and we will have a little break in the commentary box as well. See you shortly. And we are back again with the commentary for you guys. Had a little short break,
And
and
that's been given
that's been
high in
hit
the
high up
air.
in the
Don't
air. The
seem
fielder
to be.
collapsed. That should have been
That
taken.
was a lolly. They dropped it without saying yes or no. It's a drop chance.
That was a big wicket. That
That
would have
was a
been a
big,
big wicket for
yes.
Tigers. Lack of communication between the fielders. They had a little collapse, and catch missed. So, just to update for all the viewers who are joining us, it's 39 40 for 2 at the end of the power play. A little comeback by Eagles as they were below the run rate of 6 before this over, but kind of expensive over and a missed chance. So I think Tiger lost the opportunity to put more pressure on Eagles within the power play.
Being optimistic here, Haroon, he's young blood, so maybe he will learn from this mistake for this innings. But let's see, because he plays mostly with a straight bat, and it depends that how the seventh over and who is going to bowl the seventh over, because there is no Junaid Tushar today. The leggy guy gives lots of flight, but the other flighter is here, who is Rifat. So that was the main lot of the bowlers they have bowled. I guess Arif will continue seventh over. He's a successful bowler for Tigers innings till now. But that was a real fumble between these two fielders.
I think that was Indraneel's catch,
Yes.
but and I think that's what he was expecting as well. That his entire team would know that that was his catch because he was.
Except the one who
Yes.
who came from the other side, and
Yes.
and both of them, I noticed they were eyeing on the ball, but not to one another.
Yes.
That caused the trouble.
Yes, as Indraneel was approaching towards the ball, I think that was his catch, his call. So chance missed, but I guess Tigers will not let that one dropped chance affect their intensity. Arif continues from the RCAF road end. The field has opened. They've got a long on and a long off. We've got Rahi and Indraneel into the outfield. And Haroon hits and
That's a
hits
beautiful
wide.
shot towards the cover, and that is racing away towards the boundary for 4 runs. Haroon is playing real nice shots, cricketing shots.
A little cameo from Haroon's bat so far, and his team would want him to stay in the middle. Powerful shot towards the offside, and regardless of the slow outfield, that was racing towards the boundary.
Now they have done some fielding change, and the fielder is sent exactly where the ball crossed the boundary. Arif comes in again, running fast, steps last one, and that's a no ball. Seems to be a no ball, and that is 4 runs as well. There will be a re-ball and a free hit.
Arif tried to bowl a slower one and tried to pitch the ball up, but was unable to execute the plan, and the ball was waist high and pulled away fine by Haroon for a boundary. Free hit, and since the batsmen haven't changed their ends, there won't be a fielding change allowed as well. So Haroon would be eyeing this delivery to be smashed out of the boundary. And
that is a nice shot for 6.
Brilliant power hitting by Haroon Saifi here tonight. Totally shifting the momentum towards NL Eagles. That was a free hit. It was a risk-free shot, and Haroon took full advantage of it. Pulled for a 6.
Haroon is playing very good innings till now, and he's moved to 25 of just 10 deliveries. While on the other end, Raheel is in a supporting role of 7 from 7 deliveries. Muhammad Arif has costed 25 runs in his second over, but was successful for 1 wicket. This over is showing me first delivery 4 runs, second was a no ball, and the third one is a 6. The second one was also a 4 runs. He bowls in another one, and that's played towards square of the field, and there is no run.
That's a good comeback by Arif. That's what he was trying, the delivery that he accidentally bowled a no ball. He was trying to bowl a Yorker. And since he executed that plan, it was pretty successful, and he restricted Haroon to a dot. Comes in again, and once again,
Could be.
that is the line that he was eyeing. And that is indeed a good comeback by Arif after being hit for 3 consecutive boundaries. He's bowled a couple of dot balls.
Now, this is the moment, Abdullah, that where Haroon should be sensible and not play any more shots that become ugly. Now, they've got good amount of runs in this over. So even if no more boundaries come in this over, if there is not a bad ball other than that, then it's all good. And this is what I was saying.
Yes.
This is the point where he needs to control his nerves. That's why they say cricket is game of nerves.
So Bilal bhai, this is where Raheel should go and have a word.
And he's going, and you are, and you stopped me that this is the point where Raheel should go, and simultaneously Raheel heard your voice. Maybe he's having a headphone in his ear, and he went and told the junior counterpart that take it easy, boy. Arif is coming in again, trying to bowl a good delivery. He steps the last one, and here it goes. Played in the gap, just for 1 run. They're planning for the second, but no, they decided otherwise. Overall, good quality cricket going on.
At the end of the 7th over, Eagles are 56 for 2. So Bilal bhai, have you noticed that every time Tigers have given Eagles batsmen to free their arms to get some room, there has been boundaries. But every time they have bowled fuller length onto their pads, Eagles have not been comfortable.
And mostly it's beaten or they got the wickets.
Yes.
That's right, sir.
Even the first 3 deliveries that Arif bowled to Haroon, they were a bit shorter length and was taken full advantage by the batsman. But as soon as he started bowling a fuller length and started bowling more onto the pads, wicket to wicket, he restricted Haroon and Raheel to just a single.
Being a bowler, what I can give an analysis as well, that today what I'm noticing that the direction or the swing of the wind is completely different. Normally we have it across the wicket, either towards the leg or the off, but today it is getting towards the straight, what we can say towards the RCF road end. So that is also not helpful for the bowlers, and they try to do some foolish deliveries like Shaheen Shah really normally uses the air to swing the ball in, but that was not helpful. So there's a bowling change. There's a bowling change, and this young boy, the flighter, Rifat, comes in, and I really like whenever I do umpiring, I enjoy his leg break bowling with lots of flight in that. So he will continue from SPCN, and Haroon will be facing it. Lots of fielding changes, lots of noise in the fielding side.
The spin has been introduced into the attack for the first time this innings, and the fast bowler have done their job, and the Eagles started to look pretty comfortable against the fast bowlers. So Indranil taking the wise call and introducing spin and introducing Rifat, who has been pretty successful with his leg breaks, into the attack against Haroon. Haroon, who has been the aggressor so far, it's been a little cameo for his team.
Yeah, but now this will be a real nice competition between Haroon and the spinners. So first ball, short pitch delivery, played towards Neil, and good fielding done, and that is an addition of 2 runs. So there is a partnership going on between Haroon and Rahil Zaman. On 17 deliveries, we have 31 runs scored. 2 runs added. Haroon is facing again Rifat.
And just a defensive shot straight into the hands of the fielder.
Rifat has started his flightish deliveries. The second ball, he was good with length and the line as well. Now this is a short pitch delivery, but it seems to be wideish, but it is not wide, given as wide. That was a good call, narrow one, but it's not a wide.
The line belongs to the umpire, so
that's right.
They can decide accordingly.
Rifat comes in again, and that's a short pitch delivery again, and there was a half-hearted appeal, not given out because did not touch it.
There was definitely no bat involved as well, and a wide ball wasn't signaled.
That was a short pitch delivery and could not middle by Haroon, but it fell between the fielders. So 1 run added. Rahil normally plays well to the spinners if it is his day. So let's see how he goes. If it is a short delivery, but not this time.
I think there was a bit of bat involved.
And it was high as well.
Edged onto the pads by Rahil Zaman, and that brings the end of the 8th over. Eagles 59 for 2. Good over by Rifat.
Yeah. Now this will be an interesting bowling change, and that is Manik Arora,
The left arm medium bowler, bowling from the RCAF road end. He has been pretty disciplined. He is pretty disciplined. He bowls wicket to wicket, doesn't give much room to the batsman, which is pretty successful. And he gets pretty successful in getting the edges of the batsman into the hands of the slip fielder or the wicket keeper. So we'll have to see how Haroon, I beg your pardon, Haroon faces Manik.
I guess you're missing Rahul. He's not no more in this province.
What a player was
he? What a player was he? He was a run machine of Newfoundland.
Definitely, yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Now we have, adding to your description of Manik, what I think that Manik knows his limits and does not try to go out of these limits. He bowls nice with great line and length. Sometimes he gives tries to give extra pace to the bowling, but he is very much disciplined in his line and length. Let's see how he starts his first delivery. Bowls in, and that was shot to. This seems to be a 6.
Yes, again.
That's a beautiful shot. It was a loosener from Manik, but Haroon did not give any chance at all, no respect at all to the senior player.
As mentioned earlier, Bilal bhai, don't give room to Eagles batsmen. When every time Tigers have been bowling at Yorker length, Haroon has struggled. But as you all saw, that it was a short delivery, gave enough room to Haroon. He had enough time to pull, and he pulled it for a 6.
Yeah, this is. I was waiting for your sentence to complete. Manik uses his brain completely when he's playing cricket, so I knew that he will come back, and that is a strong comeback, beating that delivery. And he does not get panic whenever he's hit for 4 or 6. He bowls again, and that was a slower delivery, and he knows how to change the variation of the.
You've seen Haroon.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So he tried to play towards the cover, but that Ashton came to us onside. Manik comes in again, bowls another good length delivery, and that's beaten. That's beaten. This is what I was trying to say, that the first delivery was just loosening up his arms, went for a 4 or 6. Yes, in fact 6. But he knows what is his line, what is his length, and does not deviate from that. Let's see how he bowls the 5th delivery of the over. Bowls in, and that is seems to be a 6 because it's with the wind. Yes, that is a 6. That is a 6, and the Eagles are jumping. They're on their feet.
Haroon tried to come down the wicket the last couple of deliveries, and he was unsuccessful in hitting the long ball. But this time he waited and Manik from the RCF road, and that's a big one. It's in the air. Indranil comes underneath it, and he puts down.
He puts down that. That was a lolly for Neil's standards. He dropped the catch. Manik seems to be very angry for this loose effort. And there is a second chance for Haroon, was that?
Yep, Haroon gets yet another chance, and Indranil has been involved in both of these instances. Another life for Haroon. Disappointment for the Tigers. That should have been taken. Haroon has been put down by Indranil in the last over. Another life given to Haroon. And that's high up in the air. That's been signaled a no ball. And that is a 6. That has been signaled a no ball and smashed over long on by Raheel Zaman. Eagles making the most of it. Tigers losing the momentum. I beg your pardon, that was Haroon again. A no ball bowled by Rifat. That's pretty unusual by the spinners to be bowling no balls, but Tigers facing the heat. That is a good shot over long off, and is that a 4? Yes, it is. Oh, that's a good fielding effort by the skipper and restricts the batsman for a single. Eagles, Raheel Zaman and Haroon have scored a 50 partnership of 30 balls with Haroon leading the charge. Raheel has played an excellent anchor role. Rifat bowling from the SPCA and a little change in the field for Raheel. And that's a good delivery. Pitched up by Rifat and completely beaten by Raheel. Live. Oh यार live हो गया. पैंचो. Referred to Raheel, and that's the third beat. That is excellent comeback by Rifat after being smashed for a 6 on the first delivery of the over. And Raheel doesn't look comfortable against the leggy. And another one. That is excellent, excellent, excellent display of leg spin bowling. The seasoned campaigner Raheel Zaman against the youngster Rifat. And so far, the bowler winning the battle. And trying too hard, I guess. The ball goes down the leg side for a wide. The bowler just needs to stick to what he's doing because it's been pretty successful in the last 4 deliveries. Bowls a flighted one and hit a beautiful, beautiful shot over cover. Slow outfield would not let the ball go towards the boundary, but a couple runs added. At the end of the 10th over, it's 83 for 2. We're going to have a little break in the commentary box. Put down by the skipper Indranil, and Haroon scores his first maiden 50 of 28 deliveries. That was another easy catch towards long off, going straight into the hands of the fielder Indranil, but he puts down yet another chance. That's a good delivery by Manik, but Haroon has already done the damage. Scored at the blistering strike rate of 182 with 5 sixes and 3 fours. Haroon has scored a first 50 of his Newfoundland career of 29 deliveries. Hits another one. It's a powerful shot. A misfield by Indranil. He is totally feeling the heat. Another 2 runs taken by the batsman. Indranil had a little fumble, which allowed the batsman to score another easy 2. Manik steaming in from the RCF road and to Haroon, and he pulls well. The 6th 6 of his innings, and that is a wonderful, wonderful shot over mid-wicket. Haroon on fire, and Tigers feeling the heat. That is what happens when you miss easy chances. And for a player of Haroon's caliber, if you give him extra lives, he's going to take the most advantage of it. Very good innings by Haroon so far. Manik bowling a wide delivery. After a very good start by Tigers, Haroon has totally stolen the show. The fielders are under pressure, and bowls a full toss. Haroon hits towards long on, and for an easy single.
Abdullah has gone for a short break, so I'll be present here at the commentary box. This is Bilal, by the way. So the score is at the completion of 11 overs. That is something incredible from Eagles this season. 98 at the current run rate of 8.91. And as the skipper said right after the toss, they are eyeing 170 or 80. So the projected score showing here is 178. The last over showing is first delivery, 4 runs. Second was no run. Third one was two runs. Then it was a 6. Then there was a wide ball. Then single on each of the rest of the deliveries. Rifat is continuing from SPCN and will bowl the 12th over. This partnership is getting deep. Haroon has played a 50. This seems to be a no ball, if I'm not wrong. Or maybe the batter was out of his crease. That's why it wasn't given. We could not see well because of the fielder in the front of the camera. So single is taken. 1 run short of 100 Eagles. Rifat comes into bowl again. Haroon is facing on 62, and that has been played towards deep mid-wicket, and a very good throw from Rahi. 1 bounce to the keeper, just 1 run added. Haroon is playing on 63 of just 33 balls, while Rahil is doing a great support and letting him play with his own 11 runs of 15 deliveries. A slow and steady innings. If it comes in again and played nearby, and that was a throw, and I guess that's not been given out. Rahil was easily home. With 1 run added, that is 101 for 2 after 11.3 overs. Eagles are in the skies with joy. Haroon will face the 4th ball of this over, and that's been a full toss. Seems to be in the hands, and that's caught. Haroon has done his job really well, and that will be a standing ovation from the NL Eagles teammates. That was played really, really nice by this young boy who just came into this country and trying to adjust to these weather conditions. It's chilly, completely opposite to his home country, and it was a long journey for him, but this innings has highlighted his profile in this summer league with a great 63 of just 33 deliveries he faced. That was a splendid innings. Now, the next man came in is the hero and player of the last F40 match played between NL Eagles and NL Stars. He scored 89 runs. He will be facing Rifat. His name is Furqan Mehdi. He opens the bowling attack for NL Eagles mostly. Rifat comes in and bowls a good length delivery. Nicely placed. Oh. The wicketkeeper slipped and a little cramp in his leg. I wasn't expecting that will be caught because of the drop chances NL Tigers had in this innings, but they are a good fielding side as well. So it's last delivery of this 12th over. Furqan is facing Rifat and he is beaten. Tried to play towards third man with a cut, but he completely missed it. End of the over of number 12. NL Eagles is they are 101 for 3. With Rahil Zaman on 12 from 16 deliveries, where he should be playing his part. So Manik will be continuing from RCF Road end, but he is going round the wicket, left arm round the wicket. They're asking for the score update, and Raheel will be facing him.
Tigers were able to take the big wicket of Haroon the last over. A good shot by Raheel over cover. And 2 runs taken by the batsman.
Easily.
So the big wicket of Haroon was taken in the last over by Tigers after dropping off 4 catches. They were able to grasp onto the 5th one. But Haroon did the damage. He already done his job.
That's right.
Manik coming in from the SPC and to Raheel. A big shot up in the air. The fielder coming underneath, and that was a difficult chance. And I wouldn't say put down, but a missed chance indeed. You got to take those on this level.
That was chance dropped by Junaid Haq. Manik comes in again from round the wicket. He balls in, and that's played very nicely. But Ghalib will be fielding, and that's not a very good convincing throw. But at least the ball reached to wicketkeeper's gloves.
Restricting the batsman for a single?
To a single, yeah. 3 balls delivered for this over. Score is a little stopped now, and that's played cut to his 3rd man, and that is going to the skipper Indranil, if that is right. And yes, no, that was I'm incorrect. That was someone else.
Manik keeping the batsman quiet, not letting them hit boundaries. And as I said that, I don't know, is that a commentator's curse for the bowler? Because I've seen that for the first time. As I mentioned, that Manik has kept the boundaries dry in this over. Raheel hits a huge 1 over long on.
Manik's been very expensive, unconventionally. Normally he stays low on the score side. But today he's been 40 and his quota 4 overs not completed yet. Raheel played nicely towards cover offside, and Neil took the ball, and that is the end of over number 13 with 113 for 3. Lots of 3 in the score bowl right now.
12 runs of the last over, an expensive one indeed. 113 of 3 at the end of the 13th over. Eagles cruising at the run rate of 8.69, and if they continue with this run rate, they would end up on 174 as expected by the Eagles captain Khurram. He mentioned that unfortunately you were not able to hear the audio due to a technical glitch, but as he mentioned that it was 170, 180 is the target. That's a full toss, and Furqan missed out on that, straight into the hands of the fielder.
And Furqan was looking around to the leg umpire that maybe it's been given a no ball, but no luck for that. Rifat Maroof, 3.1 overs, and that's costed 17 runs for 1 wicket. And Chris is not convinced with that appeal. It's not given out.
Big appeal, but the umpire is not convinced. The fielders are pleading to the umpire for that wicket, as the fielding side would be aware that Furqan has the capability of scoring big runs as well, as he scored in the match against Stars, batting in the lower order, but he played T20 style. And that's a good delivery, but well played by the batsman towards the square fine leg, and easy 2. We are located right next to the airport, so you will be hearing sounds of the plane landing or taking off every now and then. Yeah. It is a beautiful location located right next to the St. John's Airport.
And that's been featured on ESPN Cricket Info page by the virtue of Abdullah Bhatt as well. And that's been a complete beat, completely beaten by the flight, I would say.
Everybody was beaten, even the wicketkeeper.
Yeah, even the wicketkeeper as well. I should definitely check with the Eagles skipper that what the players have eaten in the breakfast because they are playing a little different than normally what they do. That was played nicely to a straight by Furkan for 1 run added, and that is the complete. Now 1 ball remaining for the 14th over. That score is 116 for 3.
It goes on standby, so it turns off the mic. So just make sure that it's on.
And with that green light on,
Yeah, the
that
green
is.
light. So otherwise, it goes on standby.
We have some constraints, so we need to check every now and then that how our technology is going on, especially when one is not tech savvy like me. So the match summary showing till now is NL Eagles Haroon Saifi scored 63 with Raheel Zaman improving his run rate almost over a run a ball. There will be a bowling change, I'm feeling, because that was costly for Manik. Normally he is not that expensive, but today he is. And the bowling change.
That is pretty unusual for Manik,
Yes.
to be being on the higher side of the economy.
But whenever he's hit runs, he keeps that in mind, and when he comes to bat, he gives back those runs to NL Tigers. So that will be a great challenge when he comes to batting. Mahi comes in from RCAF Road, and very limited options today for Indraneel, the NL Tigers skipper. Rahi is going to bowl. Furkan is facing. Comes in, bowled, and that's coming to in. That fell short, or I should say, Manik was a little cautious to allow the ball to fall short of him.
That would have taken some exercise to be grabbing that catch, but Manik deciding to stop the boundary instead of attempting the catch.
Under these circumstances, Rahi bowled in again. That's played again towards Manik. He's feeling at deep mid wicket, deep mid on. I'm sorry. That's a beautiful shot. We paused a little bit for the commentary, but Furkan Mehdi has played a glorious shot with the flow of Rahi's pace. Using his pace, that is 4 runs.
That's why Furkan has been promoted up the order. Given the circumstances, Eagles are comfortably placed on 122 in their 15th over, and Mahi Alam bowls a short one, as they have tried to bowl a short one to every single Eagles batsman, and every single Eagles batsman has been able to hit them for a boundary. Bowls a fuller length, and as soon as inside edge onto the pads, but excellent piece of running by Eagles.
That's right, took a single, cheeky single.
This is a totally different Eagles than what we are used to,
and a totally different Tigers what we used to see. He's running in, steaming in with high hopes of a wicket. He bowls in, and that's been played very nicely into the gap towards mid-off area. Riffat feels the ball, picks it up, and throws in. That was, nice backup. Nice backup.
That backup certainly saved the 3rd run.
Good over, Mahi Alam. Shabash.
Furkan and Raheel in the middle are giving Eagles the hopes of what their skipper mentioned onto the toss, of reaching a target of 170 plus. And so far they are on course. Mahi Alam to Raheel, and hits a big one. That is a brilliant six. I would say that's the 5th or the 6th shot hit over long on for a 6 by Eagles batsmen.
That's the same spot they've been hitting. They've been hitting consistently towards this area. And the Tigers bowlers are not learning from their mistakes and conceding lots of runs.
Raheel Zaman using his experience. He knows when to hit and which ball to hit, and he didn't miss out on that one. He's been in the middle for 25 deliveries now, and he's set, and it shows.
Yeah, and he's asking for some drinks as well. I didn't see any drinks break for this innings. And Abdullah, what I see that this Rahil's innings is similar to Ranveer Rana's innings, how he played slowly initially, and in this innings, Rahil is playing slowly, supporting Haroon, and now he's opening up with an improved run rate of 32 of 25 deliveries only, while he was playing with 11 runs scored on 15. Now the odds are changing, and there is a bowling change with the change of the end as well. Manik will try his luck for the fourth over, I guess, from SPC end, using the wind from behind. Furqan will face the first ball of fourth over of Manik, and overall it is the 16th over of the innings. He bowls in, comes in, and that's played nicely for a single. Junaid slept for catching that ball, and 1 run conceded.
A delicate cut by Furqan towards the fielder for a quick single. Manik Arora were gone for 41 runs in his 3.1. As you guys could see on your screen, coming in from the and a swing and a miss by Raheel Zaman. A good slower delivery by Manik.
I see the approach is there by Raheel, but he's missing out the line. He's not coming into the line of the ball. That is just the deficiency. If he tries this time again, he missed out completely because his head wasn't in the line of the bat to follow the line of the ball.
The stat of the match, from my point of view, has been that the Tigers have bowled disciplining. Like they had discipline in their bowling, but they bowled either 1 or 2 bad deliveries in the over, which was completely capitalized by the NL Eagles batsmen. So if you minus those 2 bad deliveries, it has been a good bowling performance so far. There you go. It's in the air and falls short of the fielder into the long on area. And another easy double for the batsman. It was a difficult chance. The fielder was running in to take that high catch, but it was.
We have 6 4s and 9 6s in this innings played by NL Eagles, and one more good shot towards onside. Asad fields the ball and throws it back. It's been 16 overs completed, 136 for 3. A pleasant surprise from NL Eagles for themselves and for the spectators as well. I'm not backbiting my own team, but this is great effort by their batters today. They are doing a great job. Raheel on 35 of 29, Furqan suddenly on 11, but played 13 deliveries. There is a bowling change again. The skipper coming back. Indra Anil.
The pattern for NL Eagles batters have been when new batsman comes in, he plays the anchor role, and the batsman who's been on the middle longer, he starts being the aggressor. That's how it was when Abu Bakr was being the aggressor when he lost the wicket. Then Adil Ilyas tried to be the aggressor. Haroon tried to be the anchor and continued with Raheel and now Furqan. So Eagles fulfilling and executing their plans pretty well. And after the drinks break, the Tigers would have had a chat and would have had a change of plans as well. So the skipper coming into the attack. He was successful in the beginning. He got a wicket to his name. Bowling from the RCAF end to Raheel Zaman, who looks pretty comfortable in the middle.
And Abdullah, we missed out the initial part at the time of toss. Let's see this delivery in the Neil balls in, and that's been a beautiful six. That is a long six towards deep mid wicket, and on the onside, it's a big six.
Raheel Zaman is using his experience and taking his team to a formidable target. He is on 41 of 30 balls, and considering 5 deliveries ago, he was on less than 100 strike rate, and now he's smashing at almost 150.
Yes, especially with this type of target being achieved by NL Eagles. I mean, putting up on the board. With the toss losing by NL Tigers, that would be very tricky because the overcaster, that is bold. That is Indraneel coming back very strongly, and on the middle stump it hit, and that's been a bouquet of the stumps right now.
Beautiful delivery, pitched up. Raheel Zaman tried to smash that one once again, but that was a pretty decent delivery and should have been respected by the batsman. But Indraneel getting the most of it, and Eagles are 142 for 4 of their 16.2 overs. Najaf Raza Kazmi, another seasoned campaigner, joins Furqan in the middle.
He is a master blaster when he comes to middle the ball. Last season we saw from just 11 deliveries, I guess he played 47, 48, if I remember correctly. And Raheel Zaman fell just 8 short of a 50.
Indraneel would be pleased of getting a wicket this later in the innings, because they don't want the batsman to have enough time to settle down. But given Najaf's reputation, I don't think he needs much time. As we've seen in the last game as well against Stars, as he came in and played a blistering innings of 20 odd of his 10 and 11 deliveries. So if he could get another cameo, similar cameo in the middle right now, Eagles are looking at 180.
But these 3.5 overs will be very crucial for any Eagles to put up a high score. That's played sensibly by Najaf. Normally he comes in. Okay, so that's not even closer to a run-out attempt.
Good running by Furqan. It was his call. He was coming into the danger end, but he called good, and he was quite comfortably home.
That was a cheeky double, in fact.
Indraneel coming in for another delivery from the RCAF road end to Najaf Raza Kazmi. And Najaf makes room, hits one towards the covers, but that was going to be just a single. Good shot by Furqan, almost carried to the fielder, but Manik Arora once again saving the boundary and
not attempting for the catch.
Restricting the batsman to a single. Indraneel to Najaf.
Last ball of the over, and
he's clean bowled him.
Oh,
that's another victory, another clean bowled by Indraneel, and a silent celebration as well. It's a good comeback by Indraneel. Yeah, after dropping 3 catches, there was pressure on him to make a comeback, to make a statement, and he strikes double strike into the over, and the momentum is shifting towards Tigers.
This is what I told you, that these last 3.5 overs are very crucial and very important from NL Eagles' perspective. So skipper taking the responsibility, came in next while Mohit Hassan Butt was batted up already, but he's been dropped down to the order again. And now Khurram Shahzad is going to the middle.
He has to play the finisher role, and which he has. He has a reputation within his club of playing the finisher role. So if he can capitalize on that, take the next 3 overs and score 30 odd runs, Eagles is looking at a defendable total.
So this is going to be interesting part of this NL Eagles innings, because skipper is inside the ground, and as he claimed that 170 or 80 would be a very respectable total, he's going to face his first ball, and that's been smashed towards mid-on area, and that was a good throw. An interesting fact that the players and the batters right now on the wicket are a real uncle and nephew. Furqan is nephew of Khurram Shahzad, who plays the ball and completely beaten.
We have heard of father, son, and brother pairs
Yes.
playing cricket, but this is going to be first of its kind. Uncle and nephew.
Which is being repeated after a couple of seasons, because Furqan's elder brother used to play from Eagles as well, Amr. So here he plays a lofty shot towards deep mid-wicket area, and still they're running for the second one, and that was a nice throw. That reached the bowler's bowling end. That was fielded by Shafat, I guess. So what I was saying, that this is a family of cricketers. The elder brother left for British Columbia for his professional career, but gifted us this young man, Furqan Mehdi. He edged the ball and seems to be a 4 in the third man. There was a nice effort by Rifat, but we missed it completely, and another boundary, 4 runs added to the score, which has gone to 154 for 5.
So they have Eagles have crossed the psychological barrier of 150, and once you reach 150 in a T20 match, you already have an edge over your opposition.
Especially when you have that strong bowling attack.
Yes.
Arif comes in, and that seems to be
That's a good
a
delivery.
beaten, right between the legs. The completion of over number 18 with 154 for 5.
So talking about that missed chance, another missed chance, probably the fifth or sixth of this season of this innings. What do you think, Bilal bhai? I think that was a difficult chance, but if Rifat wouldn't have
Gone ahead, yes, and then he had to come back.
Yes, I think the ball was approaching him.
Yeah.
If he would have stayed to where he was and instead of running, it was a misjudgment and a missed catch. At this stage, it is going to be difficult.
Yes, but technically, let me tell you, this third man spot is always tricky, because you have to judge the ball. It's moving and swinging as well.
Yeah.
It was a lofty one, edgy. So when you're not in practice and it's right start of the season, so it's very difficult to manage that type of catch. And this is beaten between the legs.
Neil bowling his last over.
If you notice a little, I always enjoy the way Khurram's bat comes down, like the great legend Brian Lara.
Yeah.
He gives a little swing and releases his arm, so you can notice how see his bat comes down like Brian Lara. So he plays it towards the onside and second run, and that's completed safely.
I think talking about Khurram Lala's batting stance, he has a golfer stance. I think I've heard Muhammad Hafiz that.
Yeah, and then Manik is saying that is called as Gandasa, which we did not call that. He's feeling right close to our commentary area, not the box, because it's very chilly right now. I can't say that a box. We're open air commentators right now. Manik bowled a beautiful delivery again, completely beaten.
That's the Khurram Lala's favorite area, is on the leg side. So Indraneil would be aware of that, as he has been bowling the ball on the outside off stump, which is making it difficult for Khurram Lala to connect. But if he connects well. So far the over has been brilliant.
Indraneil comes in for fourth delivery and he bowls in, and that's been played towards mid-on area and
hits the rough patch onto the ground and stays for a single.
Yes, and pick of the bowlers from NL Tiger side is himself, the skipper, 3 for 25. He's into his fourth over, 4 deliveries bowled, just for 3 runs. Comes in again for the second last delivery of the over, bowls in, and that's been beaten. Beautiful bowling. And that's a miss hit, or I guess it hit the stumps, but he was home at then. The reason is not clear.
Running between the wickets has been excellent by the
Excellent
Eagles.
by NL Eagles today, yes, that's right.
Come on, then.
It's been very chilly, getting chilly because it's the sun is setting. The last ball of Neil's spell, he bowls in and been hit, not Military completely. Shafat comes in, that's a wayward throw. It's not given. It's given. Was that given out?
I
Yeah.
think yes.
Yes, I guess. He's given out. Mohit Butt, the next man in. A little fumble while running towards home for Khurram Shahzad. He missed it out by a step, I guess. So we are at 158 at the end of 19th over. 6 deliveries to go. Khurram Shahzad, skipper, said it will be somewhere around 170 or 80. So another 11 runs to make it 170. So let's see for Khan and Mohit.
I think Indraneil would be pleased with how their bowlers have made a comeback, and he himself as well, because at one stage Eagles were looking at a bigger total. So for them to be restricted them at 165-70 would be looked highly upon by the Tigers captain.
That's easy too by these young batters. They can run real easy. You can feel a little bit of change in our voices, and that is because of the weather getting cold, and it gets more colder when you're sitting and not doing a physical activity and just speaking. Arif comes in for his second delivery, bowls a Yorker length but went to half volley. This noise is from an aeroplane crossing our heads. It is not given out. There was a direct hit. Furqan is home, and that is an Air Canada aeroplane went away in the noise as well. So 4 more deliveries to the 20th over. Eagles are 163 for 6. I was not asked to pat on because it does not seem to be there is a chance for me. He bowls in again, and that seems to be it went through his legs. That's a leg bye actually. Leg bye given by umpire Chris. 3 deliveries to go with 164 on the board. 6 more runs from a planned total by the skipper. Mahmoud is facing his first ball. Let's see how he plays Arif. Normally he takes time to settle down, but just 3 deliveries remaining. He played straight shot in between the 2 fielders, and that's been a single on the 4th delivery of the 20th over. 165.
Full points to Arif for bowling a pretty decent last over. They are not being hit for boundaries, and as I said, Tigers would be pretty pleased with the comeback their bowlers made to be restricting to NL Eagles 460-ish for now. 2 more deliveries. Arif to Furqan hits powerfully but straight into the hands of the fielder and will be restricted for a single. Arif will be bowling the last delivery from the SPCA end, and that would be an end of the innings.
1 ball to go. Good. Arif comes in for the last delivery to bowl. Coming in fast. Last steps. Bowled in. Nice delivery. Can be too easily if the throw is way what, and yes. Good backup. End of the innings. 167, I guess. 68. So the total put on by NL Eagles is 168. NL Tigers need 169 runs in 20 overs. Let's see how do they go. Thank you very much, Abdullah.
We're going to have a break into the commentary box. We are back in the second innings with the NL Tigers openers Mubassir and Manik, so being the opening pair for Tigers, and Najaf having a word with Furqan. Furqan will be leading the attack for Eagles. Eagles have a decent total to defend, 169 of the 20 overs, and if they manage to get a couple of early wickets, they will have an advantage, whereas Tigers will be depending on their openers to give them a fiery start. In the absence of Ali Raza, Mubassir is taking the responsibility of opening. Furqan bowling in from the RCAF end to Mubassir, and starts off with a wide. Eagles will have to be pretty disciplined with their bowling if they want to defend this target on this ground. Whereas Tigers openers Mubassir and Manik would be looking for an aggressive start. That's a good comeback by Furqan. Swing and a miss by Mubassir. We have seen Mubassir in the last match against Hurricanes that he was taking charge. So lots of expectations from him. And another swing and a miss. Good out-swinging delivery by Furqan. He is good at bowling the outswingers early on in the innings. The key for Tigers would be to survive in the middle and keep rotating the strike. Will make it easier for them to be on cruise for this target. Big shout by Eagles. They were convinced, but they were not able to convince Tendai. The umpire says no. That's excellent display of fast bowling. Good take by the fielder, but not given in the end. Eagles were not comfortable early on in their innings as well, but once the ball got a little old, they were able to score easily and freely. Same will be the case for Tigers. Stay in the middle and the runs will come. Furkan steaming in from the RCAF road end. And edged and put down. That was high up in the air and put down by the slip fielder. Zuhair Sayyed it is. That was a good effort. Got his fingers on the ball, but eventually put down and
Close call for Tigers.
definitely a close call. Manik taking his guard, will be facing the first ball. A bit of chatter going on in the middle between the Eagles fielders. Furkan coming in to bowl to Manik for the first time in the innings. Manik is the trump card for Tigers. He is famous for giving them a flashing start. And Tigers will be looking forward to his innings. And good delivery, edged and gone down to the fine leg for an easy single. There was a big, huge bat involved. Big shout by the bowler, but there was definitely bat first. Furkan steaming in from the RCAF road end to end the first over. Mubassir facing. And another swing and a miss. He has been pretty successful to beat the outside edge of Mubassir in the last 4 deliveries. At the end of the first over, Tigers are 3 for no loss. Haroon is going to be bowling from the other end, the SPCA end. Little adjustment in the field. Haroon played a blinder of an innings with the bat, and lots will be expected from him with the ball as well. Manik having a look at the field. Haroon from the SPCA end, Manik facing. That's a fast delivery, running down to the fine leg, but well fielded by Furkan, and which restricted the batsman to a single. Otherwise, given the pace of Haroon, that was racing towards the boundary. Haroon is a pacey bowler, but he struggles with his line initially when the ball is moving. ज़्यादा हो गया। Haroon comes in, bowls to Mubassir, and that's another wide. And once again, the fine leg coming in action. Furqan had to rush to avoid that ball going towards the four. Wide signaled by the umpire, and
Well fielded by Furqan.
well fielded by Furqan indeed. The left and right hand combination making it difficult for the bowlers to adjust. Haroon once again from the SPCA end to Manik Arora. And that's a no ball. And a free hit. Haroon is finding it difficult to find his rhythm so far in the innings and has bowled a no ball, followed by 2 wide deliveries. So Manik will have a chance to free his arms early on in the innings, as is a free hit. We know Manik has the reputation of hitting the long ball, and with the whisk-free factor, that was a good ball, bowled onto the pads, and Manik unable to put that away. Furqan had a pretty decent start in the innings. Haroon from the other end, so far finding it difficult to find his rhythm. Change of angles for the bowler. Coming in, bowling it to Manik, and bowls right onto his pads and driven straight into the hands of the fielder. Eagles trying to take advantage of the little fumble by the batsman at the non-striker's end. But in the end, he was home. Haroon coming in, bowling to Manik, and Manik tries to slash hard, but wasn't able to time the ball straight into the hands of Raheel at the cover region. Lots of expectations from Manik Arora this innings. Haroon to Manik, bowls another good line. The comeback has been good. He has been consistent with his line and length, and every single time it has been straight into the hands of the fielder. If Manik stays in the middle for half an innings, it could very well be curtains for Eagles. Hits and tries to cut the ball, but didn't get enough room by the bowler, and straight into the hands of the wicketkeeper. The ball is carrying well. A bit of chatter going on in the field. And Manik cuts straight into the hand of the fielder. What a beautiful piece of fielding at point region. The fielder was indeed Zohair Sayyed. That's the big fish. Haroon strikes, and Tigers are 8-4-1 at the end of their second over.
Tigers draw first.
Tiger draws the first blood, and Manik is back into the dugout. Big wicket. Apart from the extras, it was a pretty decent over, and Tiger's in trouble. As you can hear, the fielders are ecstatic after an excellent fielding effort by Zuhair Sayyed. He had half a chance in the first over, but when presented with a full chance, it was rightly taken at point region by the fielder. End of the over. Furqan comes in, continues the attack. Coming from the RCAF end, Mubassir facing. And that's a good, oh, that's missed everyone. The batsman and the wicket keeper. Single taken by a signal by the umpire. Mahe Alam taking his guard. Will be facing for the first time. Furqan coming in from the RCAF end to Mahe Alam. And pulls, but misses. We'll have a change in the commentary box. For the next half hour, we have Safwan Khan. So how are you, sir?
Pretty good, thank you so much. It's a nice evening out here. Another ball from Furqan. That was completely missed by the batsman. Straight into the hands of Khurram Shahzad at the keeper's side. Furqan steaming in again from the RCAF side. Pitched up, and that is taken by Mohad in the field, right on them. You can see how cheerful the fielders are there. That is exciting for Eagles out there. Get a chatter from the outside the field. It's funny how people are reacting. New batsman coming in, Abdullah Sifat. Furqan steaming in, bowling straight to the keepers. It seems like keeper and bowler are having a busy day here. Eagles are liking it. Furqan's liking it, Haroon's liking it. Tigers are in deep trouble here. Furqan steaming in again from RCAF, and And that's a dot. Tigers are 9 for 2 after 3. Ball is again with Haroon from SPCAN. Furkan's is steaming then. Sorry, Haroon, beg your pardon. Oh. Ball carried out pretty well to the keeper, dropped by the keeper. Costed Eagles another single. And bye signaled by the umpire. Seems like mostly extras here. That's another single. 2 runs of 2 balls. Run rate's climbing up to 10 almost here, 9.5 to be exact. Current run rate for Tigers is 3.3 in this power play. If they keep going with this strike rate or this run rate, it'll be hard for them to manage this kind of total. And that's a missed field by Zohair. Bucker backing it up and costing Eagles another single here. Haroon steaming in again for the 4th ball. And that is another out. That is caught by the keeper. And Tigers are 3 down in their 4th over. अबे बैट पे लगा है. That is an out. And seems like Tigers are conflicting over the decision. What do you say about this, Abdullah?
What happened?
Tigers are chanting from their dugout that it's a no ball. Umpire's giving it out.
The players might have had something in mind, but the umpires completely disagree. The emotions are high.
Oh, you know.
Both the teams
cricket.
are there to try their best. And so far, Eagles are on top. Their fielding has been on point. The bowling, after followed by their excellent batting.
They've been good for catches, but they've been misfielding for quite a few times now.
The captain comes into the middle, Indraneel Malik. Tigers are 12 for 3 of their 3.4 overs. Haroon is bowling from the SPCA end. Steaming in once again. Indraneel facing. Cuts and cuts well.
Cuts well for double, I believe. And it is an easy 2.
Right. Left. Left. Shabash.
Having a little obstruction in the vision.
And that will be called wide.
Haroon has struggled with his line,
Rhythm. Yeah.
but
Couple of extras in first over, couple in the second. Bye on the first ball of this over, wide on the fifth.
he has
Finding it hard to keep his rhythm.
compensated that with a couple of wickets that he's gotten for his team.
He's gotten 2 big bloods, I'd say.
That's excellent running between the wickets by the Tigers. Mubassir and Indranil had a good communication and quick single, putting pressure on the fielders.
16 after 4 is Tigers. 16 for 3 after 4.
We have a little break in the commentary box now, and we'll join you shortly. We are back after a short break. Furqan continuing from the RCAF road end, Mubassir and Indranil in the middle. This will be a crucial partnership for the Tigers if they want to stay in the game. 152 more runs required in 95 balls. The Eagles putting pressures. They still have a slip in, as Furqan has been bowling a few outswingers. So Eagles are expecting another edge to come out. And is that put down? Just by looking at the body language of the bowler, it looks like the keeper has put down an obvious edge. But Tendai signals a wide. So I don't know what the bowler was frustrated for. But a single nonetheless. Indranil will be seeing off the two fast bowlers of Eagles, and it hits his pad, goes down the fine leg for a quick double. That's excellent running by Indranil. Excellent call, because he was running towards the danger end, and a quick double in the end. Haroon having a word with his young fast bowler. As he is bringing the ball out to the right-handers. The ball would be coming in, shaping in for the left-hander. That will be in the mind of Indranil to look out for the ball coming in. And defends well and runs a quick single. Running between the wickets have been pretty formidable by both the teams. The boundaries have not been easy. Either you hit sixes or you run between the wickets. That's been the forte of batsmen since the beginning of Summer League 2023. So Mubassir has been in the middle for 8 deliveries now, and that has been plain deliveries outside off stump has been pretty difficult for Mubassir. I have in the commentary box, I have Fahad of NL Tigers. I will have a couple of questions from him on what the chatter is in the dugout right now.
Hello guys, hello. How are you doing today?
I'm good, Fahad. How are you?
I'm good.
So Fahad, 3 wickets down. Tigers must be under a lot of pressure, chasing pretty much a big total now. So what's the chatter, what's the talk going on in the pavilion?
Yeah, losing early wickets is never a good news. So obviously the idea for us is to probably hold down our wickets at the moment to take some of the pressure out of our batsmen, and hopefully towards the end of the innings pace it up again, hopefully to chase down the target.
So the fielding was the issue for Tigers in today's match. Do you think that has costed towards the total being so high? Because if those catches would have been taken, I think 120 or 130 would have been the total for Eagles.
Yeah, for sure. That's a follow-up wicket again.
And I will come back to you, Fahad, in a second. Furqan has struck from the RCAF road end. That was a straighter delivery, a quicker delivery. Mubassir has been trying to smash the ball, has been swinging pretty much every delivery with no success, and this time around the ball was aimed towards the stumps and Furqan strikes. Tigers are 24 for 4 after the end of their 5th over. So coming back to the fielding, Fahad, do you think fielding was the problem today?
Yeah, for sure. I think fielding is the reason why our target is so high for this game, because I think Haroon, he batted excellently without a doubt, taking nothing away from him. But he was dropped multiple times, and I think he was dropped once during the start of his innings. So obviously giving a chance to a batsman of his caliber, he actually did punish Tigers after the dropped catches.
So who do you hold who is the trump card for Tigers now that 4 wickets have been gone? Who do you think holds the trump card?
For now, I think it would be down to our captain, Indranil. He has the experience of scoring big runs in the previous in the past games. So I would expect him to hold the innings until the end of the game, and hopefully try to pull the game through for Tigers.
For sure, lots of expectations from the skipper. A change of bowling. Mohit Butt comes in from the SPCA end, edged, and is that edged fine? That could be.
No,
that stops just short of the boundary actually. Furqan cuts off an inch outside the boundary rope. I beg your pardon, inside the boundary rope, and
so yeah, that was actually the outfield is, I don't know, it's slow, but at times if you hit it hard enough, it will cross the boundary.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good ball.
That is one thing with Indranil. If you give him room, he will smash you down the ground. But if you bowl towards his body, he will be a little uncomfortable early on in his innings. And you do not want him to be in the groove, because he could totally chase down this target single-handedly. And Indranil cuts and cuts well, but due to the nature of the outfield, that would be...
They actually took 3. Wow.
They took 3 runs. That's good running. Good call by Rahat.
Rahat, yeah.
Rahat will be facing for the first time in this innings. And Mohit bringing in the height factor. His ball bounces, and even a normal delivery ball by Mohit, but from his height comes in chest high.
Yeah, it does. I faced him a couple of times, and due to his height, he gets a natural bounce, which is not that easy to play.
So I hope Indraneel will communicate that to his young batter Rahat, and if you're quick enough and you pull him, you can pull him well over the boundary.
Oh, for sure. See the height?
Yes.
That was a normal full length delivery, but it came up all the way to the hip.
That is what we were talking about, Fahad. That Mohit does bring that bounce factor in his bowling. That's why he has been pretty successful. He is not the most pacey bowler over here, but he doesn't try to bowl fast as well, because the natural bounce has worked in his favor throughout.
And he has disciplined line and length, right? Which also helps him a lot. See?
That's
outside out. That's textbook bowling for Mohit.
Rahat will be under a lot of pressure, but it's an easy task for him. Just get off the strike, get your captain on strike, and that'll be job well done. Manik's wicket was crucial for Tigers because he has the habit of providing quick starts. So how was the feeling when he got out?
Yeah, it's a sinking feeling. Obviously, you don't want to lose your best batsman that early in the innings, especially when you're chasing down such a big total. But cricket is just like that. You cannot expect everyone to score every day.
That's true.
So we have to deal with the cards that we're dealt.
That's true. The power play is up. Tigers are 29 for 4. This partnership will be crucial for the Tigers. A little adjustment in the field. The spin is being brought into the attack. Sayyid Wajid Ali from the RCAF road end.
I heard good things about him.
He has been playing cricket back in Pakistan as well. I do not know him personally, but I did go through his Facebook, and he has been playing hardball cricket for quite a while. And when I did meet him for the first time, he was pretty enthusiastic.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
He was practicing in every team's practice sessions. That's what's been famous for him.
And he actually I heard, I wasn't there, but he actually did practice with Tigers once as well.
Right.
But obviously he was already part of Eagles by then, so I would say it's a good acquisition from Eagles for sure.
That's true. Oh,
that was close.
Indraneel waiting for the ball and just an inside edge in the last minute. Last second, indeed. And
goes for a big one in the gap.
Fielder running after, but that would be another easy.
Oh, that was close.
Good running by the batsman in the end, taking an easy double. Indraneel making sure the scoreboard is ticking and there isn't many dot balls. And he hits
that's in the gap. That's actually in the gap. Probably get another 2 out of this one.
The outfield does contributing in those good shots, not running towards the boundaries, but Indraneel and Rahat are quick between the wickets. It's up in the air, and
he's dropped it. Oh, that was a good try from Mohit, but that was dropped unfortunately. It was a very good attempt from Mohit, but
he did reach under the ball, kept his eyes on the ball, but fumbled in the last second. Indranil survives, and that is pretty crucial for his team at this moment. Rahat facing Wajid Ali. He hasn't gone off the mark yet. Quick one.
Oh.
That was a quicker delivery by Wajid Ali.
And that bounced well enough as well.
Tigers require 135 of 79 balls. Tough ask, but anything is possible.
For a quick single.
ये रख ले
Quick single by Rahat. Well done to get off the strike and get Indranil on strike to face Mohit Butt. Indranil obviously aware of the kind of deliveries Mohit Butt has been throwing in.
I would say that was a mix of good and bad idea, because since you have lost already 4 wickets, I don't know if taking such risky singles would be the best possible option. But then again, obviously Tigers would rather have Indranil face Mohit than the newcomer Rahat.
Mohit coming in from the SPCA end, Indranil facing. And
Oh, that's
bowls a full toss. And legal delivery. No ball not called by the umpire. From this angle, every full toss looks like a no ball.
Exactly. Good bounce again from Mohit. मेरे बैंड के आने के बाद
That's good carry. Carried straight into the hands of the wicketkeeper. Mohit has been getting bounce naturally since his first over. And we were just having a chat with Fahad that when he will be able to play cricket again. And I would say Tigers are missing the contribution of Fahad. Tigers have been in this position in the past as well. And Fahad has come to their rescue quite a few times. So Tigers would be missing.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back on the field, to be honest. It's not a good feeling seeing your team in despair and not being able to help out. But yeah, again, as I said before, we have to play with the cards we are dealt. So we just have to go with the resources we have and play to the best of our abilities.
So how did the missing out on the bowling of Ibnul has affected Tigers?
I would say it's a lot, and it's not only the bowling, it's also basically the leadership, the aggression, the energy that he brings in the team. So his bowling, he also opened the bat for us last season. So that is also a missing piece in our batting lineup. So overall, I'd say it's a pretty big impact. And given that he's also an excellent fielder, maybe if he was in the field today, we might have taken one of those drop catches. Who knows?
Yeah. And Indranil himself is not a bad fielder. He's a pretty decent fielder. I've seen him take pretty good catches in the past. But I think once you drop 1 or 2 easy catches, you have that in the back of your head, and I think that contributes in having a little more fumbles later on in the innings.
So like the fear kicks in, right? When you drop one, like if the team drops one, you think about, okay, I need to take this one or else it's gonna be on me now. So everything accounts for the drop catches, and I think that's what happened to the Tigers fielding today.
Wajid Ali to Indraneel. Indraneel
that's
hits,
an
smashes
interesting
hard.
shot straight to Nazar. For a single.
Indraneel has been pretty strong on the mid-wicket long on region, and he's taken easy singles.
He's actually batted at a decent rate, given that he's not hitting any boundaries.
Yeah.
And that's what we were expecting the top order to do as well. But unfortunately, the Eagles bowlers had the better of the Tigers batsmen today. That's a
good
quick
shot.
again. Oh, could have been a run-out chance.
A little fumble in the field by Abu
no,
Bakr.
looks like that's a run-out.
And will that be a run out?
Oh my God, that was so close.
Comedy of errors. That was a good ball, well played, straight into the hands of the fielder, but fumbled by Abu Bakr, and that was a poor throw at the bowler's end. A better take, a better throw would have had curtains for Indraneel.
Quicker again, and looks like it's a wide ball, I think, and it's racing away. Is it racing? I think it stopped. Oh, that was given as a bye.
Yes.
Is it a wide or a bye?
It's a wide.
Okay.
I think he gave both the signals.
Okay.
But what he meant is like it's two wide,
Yeah,
two wides.
Two
Yeah.
wides, yeah.
Wajid Ali from the RCAF road and to Rahat. And Rahat swings and
Oh, that missed the stumps. Oh,
that was very, very close indeed. A flighted delivery by Wajid Ali. Rahat tried to pull that but had an inside edge and just missed the out stump by an inch. Another hit. It's in the air.
Oh.
Just short of the fielder.
Do you think a dive would have made it a catch? What do you think?
I think at this level, you gotta take those.
But I think he was more looking out for himself, because no need to risk an injury at this point of the game. One hand.
That's in the air and well taken by Khurram Lala.
That's an excellent catch, I would say.
Khurram Lala with the gloves in his hands called for it, and a well-judged single-handed catch in the end. Skipper departs, Tigers in trouble.
The man in form for us, unfortunately, lost his wicket as well.
Indraneel having a word with the fielders. Aggression getting the best of both the sides.
Words being exchanged by both the teams.
Aggression.
I would say it's quite unnecessary at this point of the
Yes.
game. If you're winning the game,
Yes.
I think you should just be humble and enjoy the wickets rather than taking out on the other team.
But at the heat of the moment, the aggression taking the best of the fielding side. That was a high full toss and no ball signaled by the leg umpire, and good shot by Asadullah.
Yeah.
That unfortunately couldn't reach the boundary, but couple runs taken. A few pleasantries were exchanged between the two teams, but
That was a good cricket delivery by Wajid Ali.
better sense prevailed. The skippers comment down the situation, and we have carried on with the match. At the end of the 9 overs, Tigers are 50 for 5. We are back after a short break in the commentary box. We are reaching almost the mid of the Tigers innings. Tigers are 5 down. Bilal bowling from the SPCA end.
Oh,
Delicate cut straight into the hands of the third man. And easy single. Current partnership is 10 with Asadullah and Rahat in the middle. The required run rate has climbed up to 11 with current run rate just short under 6. Bilal coming in. Asadullah facing. Hits a.
Oh, could have been a caught up ball. And looks like it's chance of a run out.
That was played in the air by
close.
Asadullah. Very close into the hands of the bowler. Goes into the hands of the long off region.
And a good throw by Harun Saiki
Yes.
as well. Almost a run out there. There's a Vice in the attack now.
Najaf. तो एक छोटे से ब्रेक के बाद हम वापस हैं। अब हम अपने बकाया इनिंग्स की कमेंट्री उर्दू, हिंदी, पंजाबी में करेंगे और मेरे साथ कमेंट्री बॉक्स में मौजूद हैं वकास अली। ज़ुहैर सैयद बॉल कराने के लिए अटैक में आ चुके हैं और पहली बॉल वाइड की उन्होंने और दूसरी बॉल भी वाइड है उनकी तरफ से। तो वकास, क्या कहेंगे आपको, ज़ुहैर को क्या करने की ज़रूरत है? उनकी टीम बहुत कंफर्टेबल पोजीशन पे है लेकिन वो तेज़ कराने के चक्करों में वाइड पे वाइड फेंकी जा रहे हैं।
ज़ुहैर बॉलिंग पे आ चुका है, हाथ घुमा रहा है। Therefore I told him in the beginning कि just slow down, take your time.
उर्दू
अच्छी सी बॉलिंग करे, थोड़ा स्लो करके करे, जान बहुत लगा रहा है। लाइन एंड लेंथ सबसे जरूरी है आपकी फील्ड के ऊपर। सब अगर लाइन एंड लेंथ पे आपका फोकस है ना तो बॉल खुद ही टर्न कर जाएगा। क्योंकि न्यूजीलैंड की जो पिच है, जो मैं सबको ये कहता हूँ कि पिच खुद डिसाइड करती है कि बॉल ने कहाँ जाना है। सिर्फ आपने लाइन एंड लेंथ को बरकरार रखना है। आपकी कारपेट पिच है, नीचे आपका कंक्रीट है, इट्स नॉट योर मड पिच, सो पिच विल डिसाइड व्हाट बॉल टू डू। लेट्स सी आगे कैसी बॉलिंग करता है।
राहत फेस कर रहा है, राहत ने
गुड बॉल एंड कैच,
एज निकला है और सीधा विकेट कीपर के हाथों में। और
गुड वन, गुड।
जैसे ही उसने अपनी लाइन लेंथ को ठीक किया ज़ुहैर ने, साथ ही उसको सक्सेस मिली और राहत की विकेट हाई एज होके हवा में गई और इजी कैच खुरम लाला के लिए। और बेसिकली टाइगर्स के लिए मैच अब बहुत मुश्किल हो गया हुआ है। 93 रन्स करने हैं 41 बॉल्स पे और 4 विकेट बाकी हैं सिर्फ। तो ईगल्स के लिए अच्छा चांस है कि जल्दी आउट करके अपने रन रेट को बेहतर बना सकें। अब जुनेद हक मिडिल में चले गए हैं और
मैं कहता हूं कि अब ईगल को फुल अटैक पे आ जाना चाहिए, so they can get the wicket. तो according to time, their what it called, their points table, they will do good in that.
ज़ुहैर सैयद जुनेद को बॉल कराते हुए और अच्छी बॉल थी, अपील की लेकिन हाइट फैक्टर था और एलबीडब्ल्यू का फैक्टर रूल आउट हो गया था। जुनेद लेफ्ट हैंड खेलते हुए ज़ुहैर सैयद को फ्लाइट बॉल और बड़ी अपील और ज़ुहैर सैयद ने एक यॉर्कर लेंथ पे बॉल करा के जुनेद को कंफ्यूज कर दिया और इस ओवर में 2 विकेट्स ले चुके हैं।
फुल टॉस बॉल एंड एलबीडब्ल्यू, बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग जा रही है ईगल्स की।
उन्होंने विकास टाइगर्स को 100 रन के अंदर अंदर आउट करने के अंदर उनका बॉलिंग को तो बहुत बड़ा जाता है क्रेडिट, लेकिन क्या आपको लगता है कि जो टारगेट था, इतना ज्यादा टारगेट टाइगर्स की फील्डिंग की वजह से हुआ? 6 कैचेस ड्रॉप करने,
मिसफील्ड कैचेस बहुत सारे ड्रॉप किए इन्होंने। एंड मैंने आज देखा इनको फील्ड के ऊपर बहुत ज्यादा जोश में थे। दे वर नॉट काम डाउन। तो पूरी टीम को रिलैक्स करके आपको चलना है, आपको स्लो डाउन होना है, आपको बात करनी है। अब शाउट बहुत ज्यादा कर रहे थे, एग्रेसिव हुए थे फील्ड के ऊपर, बट दे हैव टू स्लो डाउन और थोड़ा मैनेज करके खेलना इन सारी चीजों को इनको। तो स्कोर बहुत ज्यादा, जाहिर बात है 6 कैचेस छोड़ना, लाइक कैचेस विन मैचेस।
टाइगर्स का ये मैं आपको बता सकता हूँ कि टाइगर्स अपना ये अग्रेसिव अप्रोच कभी नहीं खत्म करेगी। अगर वो जीतते हैं या हारते हैं, अग्रेसिव अप्रोच उनकी हमेशा रहेगी। यही उनकी यही जी हाँ, जो वो सीजन जीते भी हैं, 2 सीजन लगातार जीते वो, तो उनका यही रीजन बनी कि वो अग्रेसिव अप्रोच उन्होंने रखी। इवन दो वो एक क्लोज मैचेस हारे भी, तो F40 में उन्होंने कम टारगेट डिफेंड कर लिया था अगेंस्ट ईगल्स, और अब ईगल्स ने एक अच्छा टारगेट दे के कम स्कोर पे टाइगर्स को आउट कर लिया। तो फिलहाल यही चल रहा है सिनेरियो के अगर आप चेस कर रहे हो तो आपके लिए थोड़ा मुश्किल है।
इवन अगर अब शाम में मैच हो रहा है, इट्स राइट नाउ, क्या टाइम हो रहा है इस टाइम पे? इट्स 8-19। अब मौसम भी आप देखें थोड़ा ठंड हो चुकी है। ईगल के लिए बैटिंग कंडीशन बहुत अच्छी थी इन द बिगनिंग, बट नाउ इट्स 8 PM, तो बैटिंग कंडीशन इतनी स्ट्रांग नहीं रहती
जी।
इट्स हार्ड टू चेस, इट्स नॉट एन इजी फील्ड टू चेस द स्कोर।
लाला अपने स्पिनर्स के साथ कंटिन्यू रखते हुए RCAF रोड एंड से वाजिद अली अपनी लेग ब्रेक जारी रखेंगे और असदुल्ला जो उन 19 बॉल से मिडल में है, उन्होंने 15 रन्स स्कोर कर चुके हैं। तो ये काफ़ी पॉजिटिव होगा टाइगर्स के लिए कि उनकी बैटिंग डेप्थ जो है वो टेस्ट हो रही है। ऑब्वियसली रिजल्ट उनके अभी तक उनके हक में, उनके फेवर में नहीं आया। वाजिद अली टू असदुल्ला, अच्छी बॉल, फुलर लेंथ और बाउंस भी बहुत अच्छा मिल रहा है वाजिद अली को।
वाजिद इज गुड फाइंड फॉर ईगल्स।
जी हाँ,
इनके पास 2 अच्छे स्पिनर हैं और इन स्पिनर से ये बहुत अच्छा जा रहे हैं।
वाजिद अली हैज बीन अमंग्स द विकेट्स।
ईगल्स हैव अ स्ट्रांग बॉलिंग लाइनअप।
ईगल्स का बॉलिंग लाइनअप तो वैसे रेप्यूटेबल है और आज उन्होंने अपनी रेप्यूटेशन पे पूरा उतर के दिखाया है। गुड शॉट असदुल्ला की तरफ से, लेग साइड पे बिलाल साहब के हाथों में और जस्ट फॉर एन इजी सिंगल। 20 ओवर पूरे खेलना टाइगर्स के लिए इस टाइम जरूरी है ताकि वो अपने नेट रन रेट को बेहतर बना सकें। वो पिछला एक मैच जीत चुके हैं हरिकेन्स के खिलाफ, तो अगर वो 20 ओवर पूरे खेलते हैं तो विक्ट्री तो थोड़ी सी मुश्किल लग रही है इस टाइम पे, गिवन द हिस्ट्री एंड द सर्कमस्टांसेस ऑफ RCAF फ्लायर्स फील्ड। तो विक्ट्री थोड़ी सी डिफिकल्ट लग रही है, लेकिन अगर ये 20 ओवर पूरा खेल जाते हैं तो इनके नेट रन रेट के लिए फायदेमंद होगा। शानदार बॉल बीट हुई और टेंडाई अंपायर ने आउट देने से इनकार कर दिया क्योंकि थोड़ा हाइट फैक्टर हो सकता था। वाजिद अली की बॉल ठप्पा खा के बाउंस कर रही है, विकेट मिस हो सकती थी, तो अंपायर को कन्विंस ना कर सके। फील्डर्स ने काफी जोश से अपील की थी। वाजिद अली RCAF रोड एंड से रिफत ने कट करने की कोशिश की लेकिन बीट हुए और खुरम लाला कीपर भी बीट हुए।
आपके ख्याल में मोहित की बॉलिंग आज कैसी रही?
मोहित की बॉलिंग अच्छी है। मोहित की हाइट फैक्टर होने की, मैं फहद से बात कर रहा था पहले कि मोहित के हाइट फैक्टर होने की वजह से उसको नेचुरल बाउंस मिलता है वाजिद की तरफ से वाइड बॉल। तो मोहित की पेस इतनी नहीं है और वो बैट्समैन को रूम नहीं देता, तो जो उसकी हाइट की वजह से उसको नेचुरल बाउंस मिलता है, उसकी वजह से वो काफी सक्सेसफुल है। और आपने अगर एक चीज नोट की हो, वाजिद अली के पास ये जो फ्लिपर ये जो तेज बॉल कराता है बीच में, तो ये भी इसके लिए काफी फायदेमंद है क्योंकि बैट्समैन एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा होता है कि बॉल फ्लाइटेड आएगी और वाजिद अली बीच में तेज करा देता है, शाहिद अफरीदी स्टाइल। तो
मैं अभी यही कहने लगा था आपको कि मुझे वाजिद का ये बीच वाला फ्लिकर देख के मुझे अफरीदी की याद आती है
जी,
कि वो बीच में 6 बॉलर में एक वो लाजमी बीच में इतना तेज मारता था। एंड आई थिंक अफरीदी हैज टू मेनी विकेट्स ऑन दैट बॉल।
या उसकी जो फास्टेस्ट बॉल फ्रॉम अ स्पिनर 134 किलोमीटर्स टिम साउथी को उसने कराई थी। दैट वाज क्लीन बोल्ड। सो वाजिद अली he does have a similar action और शाहिद अफरीदी का थोड़ा सा जंप लीप करके आते हैं अपनी बॉल के स्ट्रैंड के अंदर, रनिंग स्ट्राइड के अंदर, और फिर एक बीच में तेज करा देते हैं।
He got a good skillful bowler।
तो दूसरी तरफ जो दूसरा लेग ब्रेक है, टोटली 2 डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ बॉलर्स। ईगल्स के बाद 2 अलग अलग किस्म के लेग ब्रेक हैं। जुहैर सैयद मोस्टली फ्लाइटेड डिलीवरी के ऊपर ज्यादा मुनहसर अपना रिलाई करता है और वाजिद अली बाउंस के ऊपर करता है। तो इट्स लुकिंग गुड फॉर ईगल्स सो फार। काफी फुलर डिलीवरी और बैट्समैन ने कवर ड्राइव खेलने की कोशिश की लेकिन नाकाम रहे। विकेट कीपर की टांग पे बॉल लग के फाइन लेग की तरफ चली गई थी। जुहैर सैयद अपने दूसरे ओवर में काफी सक्सेसफुल पहले ओवर के अंदर, और फिर से एज निकला और बॉल बाउंड्री की जानिब रवां दवा है, लेकिन फुरकान ने बॉल को स्लो आउटफीड का फायदा उठाते हुए बॉल को बाउंड्री जाने से रोक लिया। और
आउटफील्ड इतनी तेज नहीं है, नहीं तो काफी बॉल आपकी बाउंड्रीज की तरफ जाती है दोनों इनिंग्स में।
जी हाँ,
आउटफील्ड थोड़ी स्लो है आज।
सिर्फ आज नहीं वकास, इस पूरे सीजन का इशू रहा है क्योंकि काफी बारिशें हुई हैं एंड देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ मॉइस्चर इनटू द सॉइल व्हिच हैज मेड इट डिफिकल्ट फॉर द बॉल टू ट्रैवल। अभी जिस तरह देख सकते हैं कि असदुल्ला ने भी, मैंने देखा है कि इसने 2-3 शॉट्स खेली हैं इन दी एयर, लेकिन जैसे ही वो लैंड करती है वहीं पे रुक जाती है। तो बॉल ठप्पा खा के थोड़े कदम आगे भी नहीं जा रही कि बैट्समैन को 2 रन लेने का मौका मिल जाए। जोहेर सैयद एसपीसी एंड से बॉल कंटिन्यू करते हुए, अभी तक उनका अच्छा ओवर है। रिफत उनको फेस कर रहे हैं और रिफत ने बड़ी शॉट खेलने की कोशिश की लेकिन फील्डर से दूर गिरी। 1 रन फिर से शामिल कर लिया उन्होंने अपने स्कोर के अंदर। Zuhair Sayyed to Asadullah. Ball is high in the air. The fielder is coming down. वाजिद अली बॉल को और ये इन्होंने ग्रास्प कर लिया है और जुहैर सैयद के लिए तीसरी विकेट। असदुल्ला जो अच्छे खेल रहे थे, बीच में कंफर्टेबल लग रहे थे, वो ऊंची शॉट मारने की कोशिश में आउट हो चुके हैं और अब मिडल में जा रहे हैं आरिफ। बेसिकली
जोहेर का 3rd ओवर एंड 3 विकेट्स।
सेकंड ओवर है,
2nd ओवर 3rd विकेट। नाइस। जोहेर बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग करवा रहे हैं।
आरिफ भी हिट कर सकते हैं। तो अब या तो टाइगर्स के जहन में 2 चीजें होंगी कि जितनी तेज खेल सको खेलो, बट आई हाईली डाउट कि वो विक्ट्री के लिए जाएंगे यहां से। इट्स ऑलमोस्ट 20 रन एन ओवर एंड
ये क्या
Unmute ho gaya. So we are back after a short break. We will be continuing the commentary for the last few overs. A few more pleasantries being exchanged between the batting and the bowling side. Unnecessary at the moment. Wajid Ali continues from the RCAF end. Tigers 84 for 9. 84 for 8, I beg your pardon. Actually, it is 84 for 9. There was a wicket of the last delivery that I missed. And that's bowled a quicker one. And that's put down. That would have been the end of the innings. But an easy catch put down. Adil Ilyas trying his best, but putting down a sitter. Wajid Ali bowls a flighted delivery in the air. Will that be taken? Yes, it is! And that is the end of innings. Eagles wrap up Tigers for 86 and win the match by 82 runs. That is the end of the match. Wajid Ali taking his second wicket and Newfoundland Tigers losing the match. 86 for all out in their 17th over, and NL Eagles have won the match by 82 runs. We will be back with shortly with the post-match presentation. Till then, see you. Okay, for the video also. Okay, guys, please, presentation, please.
Imagine us being 19, 18, right? So, that's all good. Thanks.
Okay, for the video.
Oh my god. The entire shining on the camera, man. Holy. Let's go.
So everyone, thanks again for quite an exciting game. It's always a tough match between Tigers and Eagles, as always. We got off started by Eagles batting first after Tigers had won the toss and chose to bowl.
No, you just won the toss.
Oh, okay. So okay, we'll move on. So batting first, there was a few early wickets on the end for the Eagles, but Harun and Rayub, they came in and steadied the ship. So the game was threatening to get away from the Tigers, but Indra took it up onto himself and he had a double strike in one over. to calm things down. But thanks to Fakan, he made sure that Eagles had a respectable total to bowl to.
Shabba boys, ऐसी रखने.
So betting wise, there wasn't really much to talk about from the Tigers today. But Indra knew he tried to stick around, but not really much to talk about. And thanks to some respectable, especially new bowling from Fakan, the ball was swinging early on. He made it tough for the batters. He just set the tone for the day. And Zoe, he came in with some lusty blows towards the end. Definitely special mention to Indran. 3 wickets and good score too. Fakran, special mention to him too. He stayed there and he also bowled quite well. But I'll say for his monster he is today, our man of the match is Mr. Haroon.
Haroon.
Come on, can do tarjuma.
Aaj.
I'll translate for you.
ठीक. Okay. चलो पिक्चर ले लो नहीं. लता बोतियां खोल ली.
पहले नॉर्मल तस्वीर फिर शोर वाली.
Yep.
1 2 3.
आजा अरुण आजा.
नहीं कर सकते यार.
आजा. So we are here with the man of the match, Haroon. Scored a blistering 60 odd and gave a flashing start to his side while they were bowling. We'll have Mr. Bilal translating for Haroon for us. तो Haroon भाई कैसा महसूस हुआ, क्या दिमाग में चल रहा था, इतने लंबे छक्के मारे?
ये हमारा कैप्टन जो था पहले मेरे को बताया कि दिमाग से खेलो, जो उधर हो तो प्रेशर ना लो. तो सबसे पहले खुरम भाई से शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहते हो क्योंकि हमको इतना सपोर्ट दिया और मेरे को ऊपर भेज दिया, तो इतना भरोसा किया, तो इसलिए तो वही वजह था कि मैंने ये कर दिया.
He says, I really thanked to the skipper. He supported me a lot, and there was only one plan in my mind, to follow his instructions and to play my natural game and to be sensible on the wicket.
तो हरून भाई पहली 50 आपकी मेरे ख्याल से इधर आप पहली बार क्रिकेट खेल रहे हो, कैसा महसूस हो रहा है, क्या अलग है जब पहले क्रिकेट खेलते थे उससे, क्या अलग है, मज़ा आ रहा है?
वैसे तो मज़ा बहुत आ रहा है क्योंकि हम जो पहले अफगानिस्तान में खेलते थे वैसी ग्राउंड है, लेकिन माहौल बदल है क्योंकि इधर पहले 50 है तो बहुत खुशी हुई है कि अपनी टीम के लिए मैंने कुछ कर दिया था, साबित कर दिया मैंने, तो अगली मैचों पे फिर भी फोकस करूँगा और कुछ करूँगा.
He says, I'm really enjoying playing cricket in Canada. I have played cricket all along in Afghanistan, but here the weather circumstances and everything is different. So I'm really enjoying that and taking the responsibility to score first 50 for his team. And he's looking forward to score more runs for NL Eagles.
Thank you so much, Haroon bhai. Well played, excellent innings, and I hope you continue your form.
Thank you.
That's it for the post-match presentation, and thank you everyone who joined us for the live coverage.
Thank you very much.